Yo, Five, you doing a remix or what?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Hey, yo, Bus, let me get a bus. Yo, Five Dog is in the building. Red Man is in the building. Busta Rhymes in the building. Remix. Peep the rebirth of the reborn as I rebuild, reconnect with this rebel, redefining raw skill. I realign, readjusted, refocus, reanalyze what's real. First had to refuel, reactivate to reemerge, reevaluate, recalculate, return, redefine, reenergize, get reacquainted. Rhythmkins incorporated, roots we made it, invulnerable, inviting, invincible, inventive one, which leads most inviolable. Get involved, invest in these youths, kid, invigorate, induce that old realness. Insecure, nah, more like inhumane. It's not a game. Shut your mouth, use your inner voice, stay in your lane, inaugurate those with incentive to want to innovate, insisting that those who inspire we will initiate. What? And that's just me in a nutshell. Nutshell. Ha! Fight Dog in a nutshell. New York finest in a nutshell.
Look. Unpredictable, I'm so unavoidable, unfathomable, the love I get unconditional, unequivocal, indestructible, unthinkable, spit is understandable, how to flow unforgettable, unbuckled belts, unclothed, description Raris, unclean lines, then a piece go, clean your unhospitable, thus one sick individual, untraceable DNA, wicked flow unforgivable, and that's just me in a nutshell. I unallow those unwelcome, you're unapparent, it's undisputed, I got you stuck like under a magnet, under a cabinet, unofficially though I had to get a number. Write it up under the logo with a laminate. The unbeaten, undertaker, undercutting the unexplainable, beating, underhands, and the undenounced bury you under the mansion. I unspeakably hope that we have an understanding. And that's just me in a nutshell. Nutshell.
Then bust in a nutshell. Here's Reggie. Yeah, I keep moving, I keep bud, I keep fire, I keep an attitude to keep trying. I keep it deuces, Bigelow, the Rob Schneider. I keep it flowing till my hands getting arthritis. I keep bars, I keep money, I keep cooking. I keep a car for Sade to keep looking. I keep it jurors, I'm killing them. I keep going, I put you on a t-shirt and keep calm. I keep women, I'm like Nas, I keep ether. Fife and Bust, that's my brothers, keeper. I keep a K, call it Slay, the street sweeper. Seamer, give me them keys to your Beamer. Keep your friends closer, enemies closer. It's rappers like me that are sent off Oprah. Keep focused, I keep blunts for cheap thrills. Me and Lizzie Lohan, that's a nutshell. Ha! Red Man in a nutshell. Nutshell.
And that's just me in a nutshell. Nutshell.
Ha! Fight Dog in a nutshell. New York finest in a nutshell. Yeah.
Yes, the Red Man, that's what they call me. What's the rhyme now?
Fight Dog. 5 foot invasion, son. Live on direct. Dilla. By way of Detroit, Michigan. Oh, yo, man. And that's just the way the story goes. Gilla House, via Brick City, Jersey. You know what I mean? A conglomerate, via Brooklyn. You don't know. Rhythm Kids, via Queens, T.O.P. Let me hear it back.
And that's me in a nutshell. Welcome back. T.O.P. back in the building. Glad to have you with me. This is episode number 5 of the Wheel of Heaven. Talking all about Leos. So if you're a Leo, sound off in the comment section. Tell me if any of what I have to say applies to you. Salute to the big homie, Reggie Noble, a.k.a. Funk Dr. Spock. Rest in peace to Fife Didoff, the 5-foot assassin. And all praises due and salute to the guard, Busta Rhymes. Tonight, my guest is a Leo. He's been to the Top Cast before, and it is none other than OG Rick, my OG, which would make Rick your double OG if I'm your OG. Welcome back, Slick Rick.
Salute, Top, salute. It's great to be here.
Great, great. It's always great to have you. You know, anytime me and you get together and have conversations, uh, gems just fall out of everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, because diamonds are forever. But the reason why I invited you back to the Top Cast is to uh, either validate or negate what I have to say in regard to Leo persons,
Hmm.
specifically Leo men. Unfortunately, I was not able, like uh, in the Virgo episode, to also have a Leo woman. But that's really neither here nor there. Having a representative, one or the other, is ideal. Um, a lot of people do not uh, put much stock into the information in their zodiac signs. And
Hmm.
I personally think that that is an error, a huge error. And not necessarily because it's 100% true, but it's more like a guide.
Right.
And it can be a great tool in helping you understand other people and thus improve your interactions with those people.
Right.
Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, it does. It does. You get a lot of insight from these zodiac signs. Um, with mine, it pretty much hits right on the head with a lot of what they say the characteristics are. Um, yeah, I think it's a way for you to help yourself in any interaction with people if you know a little bit about the signs and more or less the temperament.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, 100%. And I have remarked in the previous, at least the previous two episodes, and I would go as far as to say the previous three episodes, that I kind of feel some kind of way
Hmm.
when I go and read up on, what it has to say about Aries people, being and I am an Aries,
Right.
and I feel some kind of way because is I get this impression or this feeling like, how in the hell does this person who wrote this that I don't even know understand how I am
Hmm.
this well? And that's what makes me uh accept the validity of the information,
Hmm.
because it's not like physics or mathematics or something like that. It's not an exact science.
Right.
But nonetheless, that does not mean there is no truth to it.
Hmm.
So I want to get right into um, Leo, and what the sign is all about. And I want to start by saying that Leos, um, if you ask somebody their birthday, if you could remember that Leo occurs between July 23rd and August 22nd,
Hmm.
you automatically know that they're a Leo. So, for example, if you say, "Hey, Rick, what's your birthday?" and Rick says August 1st, I automatically know he's a Leo.
Right.
So
Right.
I just point that out because it's a quick way. It's
Yeah.
like a quick reference.
Yeah.
You understand, to
Hmm.
figuring out somebody's zodiac sign without them actually having to tell you.
You can sometimes tell us from far away because we're kind of holding an audience, you know.
I know this is true, and we are getting ready to get into that. Um, like the sign of Aries,
Mm,
Leo is also a fire sign, which is why Aries and Leo share so many other similar traits.
right.
Um, Ironically, though, in nature, Leos are represented by lions,
Mm,
and a ram is essentially a wild sheep. And of the three uh, core animals that you find on mountains, one are bighorn sheeps or
mhm,
rams.
right.
The other are goats, and the third is mountain lions.
Mhm.
And they all have a contentious relationship with each other to some extent. But that being neither here nor there, The quality of Leo is that it's a fixed sign. And what that basically means is that people who fall under fixed zodiac signs usually are very consistent. They usually don't change a lot over time. And what I want to ask of you is in reference to the strengths and weaknesses of Leo people. Because I used to have a roommate that was a Leo whose name was Leo.
Oh wow.
Double
Wow.
trouble.
Yeah.
But what I have gathered from dealing with Leo people, both men and women, is that they're usually very cheerful
Right.
people.
Right.
They can be very creative, and like my own self, not because of my zodiac, but Leo people can also be quite generous.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as their weaknesses goes, it, they also share some of the same weaknesses that Aries have,
Right.
and that we can be arrogant or
Mm-hmm.
stubborn or
Yeah.
self-centered,
Right.
even lazy.
Inflexible.
Exactly. We
That's
don't
yeah.
want to budge off
Yeah.
of the position that we have taken, and particularly if we think we not think we
Exactly.
right, but if we know we right.
If we know it right, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, we're like very active.
yeah.
Leo signs are active. We're kind of idealistic too,
Hmm.
and energetic. Just
Hmm.
um, there's a couple of things like when I was looking at the zodiac sign characteristics. So sometimes you look in different things, and they may list some things that they don't list in others.
Hmm.
So when I see that, active, energetic, courageous, I'm like, okay, that definitely sounds like me. And then when they
Hmm.
say fun loving and popular, like I remember going to get-togethers when back in the day when I was hitched, and I remember that her friends would always say, "Yeah, he's welcome back," because it was like kind of energetic, like just very social with people,
Hmm. Yeah, the light and life of a party. Um,
Yeah.
Another thing that I've noticed about Leos, and goes for both Leo men and Leo women, it's like they had this air of regalness
Right.
about themselves, and they don't like when a motherfucker don't treat them like the king or queen that they
hmm
are,
hmm
respectively.
Right.
And that we all know that the lion is called what?
King of the jungle.
Exactly. So um, I also noticed that Leos don't like being ignored.
Right. Right.
Does any of those
Yeah.
things ring
It's like
true?
center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
We usually have a group around us if we're in social gatherings. We're also good like one-on-one,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to being able to relate and and socialize. We're
Mm-hmm.
pretty good with that, and we can kind of make our way in kind of any crowd.
Mm-hmm. That's incredibly true, and there's also something else that Leos and Aries have in common. We both are attractive people, and we're
hmm
both very, very self-confident.
Right. Exactly right.
And this is one of the reasons why I think that I've had, for with the exception of maybe one or two people, really good relationships with Leo people.
hmm
And especially because Leos are sun signs and so are Aries. So we kind of give off the same vibe
Right.
almost,
Exactly. Exactly.
you know. Um, as far as it goes in regards to you being a Leo man,
hmm
um, what would you say, or would you agree rather, that when you think about how you behave or respond to a woman, like when you are really like I won't want to say infatuated, but like you like her a lot.
Right.
Would you say that you become less like a less like a alpha male lion and more like a house cat, so to
Yeah,
speak.
it's weird. I think that in the past, yeah, I think as you get older, you kind of don't go that path. But uh, yeah, you can be depending upon who the partner is.
Hmm.
If she puts you at ease and everything, then yeah, you can still walk around.
Hmm.
With the confidence and I think if it's something that's like mushy, then I could see someone relaxing with that. But yeah, I don't. I haven't experienced the mushy one.
I know that's right.
So.
There is something that I noticed, and I noticed this in you,
Mhm.
and this is based on conversations that we've had
Right.
and things that you expressed to me about what happened with your particular relationship, the dynamic, and what have you.
Mhm.
And one thing that I notice about Leo guys is that when you with your mate, even if things are bad, sometimes it seems like Leo men almost will find a reason or well, yeah, almost like find a reason
Mhm.
or have trouble letting that bad relationship go.
Yeah.
And I think that would also extend to like relationships you have with friends. Like Leo people seem to have a tendency to, even though the relationship is like dead and useless,
Right.
you guys kind of almost, it's almost like hard to let go of your fandom. So
Right. Right.
to put it,
Yeah.
in a way
Well,
that
I think
makes
with
sense.
the to speak with as far as with the women, um, yeah, it's. I had a flood of different ideas and just I think we can be because we're romantics at heart, so we can kind of feel like we can fix things, you know. So that's where the inflexibility and the stubbornness comes from, because we wanna fix everything, or we want to be right, or want to be want to make things right, really. So we're kind of passionate about that. We kind of hold on to things sometimes.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that I, as an Aries, have a tendency to defer to that kind of behavior, but I can say that I have gone through that type of experience before. Um, Another thing that is incredibly similar between Aries and Leos is that, and I was saying this to Nelly and Tisha when we did the Virgo episode.
Hmm.
And I think that this applies to Leo also. I could be mistaken, but the one of the signs of Aries is the sign of masculinity,
Hmm.
and besides Aries, because I could speak for myself, but
Right.
besides Aries, I would say that Leo men, we running about neck and neck
Hmm.
when it comes to just some raw masculine shit.
Hmm.
Does that ring true?
Oh
Have you
yeah.
noticed that about yourself or other Leo
Y-
people?
Yeah, yeah. I do see it. You know, I tend to be into things that sports and being active and weightlifting. I did martial arts for many years, and
Hmm.
it's always been that kind of thing that drew me, like action movies and all kinds of activities that revolved around. And it's funny because that's coming up. We never analyzed it like that. We just did it because that was around, right? Played
Hmm.
stickball. You did everything so sports and martial arts, and I do construction, so it's definitely in that, I guess, in the way we are, um
Hmm.
that draws us to that kind of be it activity or even work.
Hmm. Another thing that I noticed about Leo men is I don't see Leo men so attracted to like shy, skittish kind of women as they are to like strong and passionate women.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I that's what I like.
Mm,
I was shy. I mean, it's not horrible, but I prefer someone who's um, a little more active, I guess, a little more, because shy people tend to like be in the corner or not say nothing. Or, if you look at them too much, they're looking away. So, yeah, I do believe that similar personalities to what the Leo is attracts us to them.
something else that I'm curious about, and this is because I know that um, I mentioned that roommate, I'm behind who is been a single guy,
Mm.
and when we were rooming together, what I noticed about him is that like when he got up in the morning, like he was the most important shit. Everybody else came second. And when
Right.
he went to bed at night, he was the most important shit. And everybody else came second. Does that sound like typical behavior of Leos? Have you ever been like that yourself?
No, I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm confident. I never like over the top or feel that I'm better than anybody, but I'm very confident in myself and my abilities. So kind of that, and it's funny because you do see some people, I guess, have those characteristics within Leo. Like certain Leos can be that way or more apt to be that way. Um, where some may have strengths, like I have with personality, as far as like being, able to in the parties be life of the party and get along with pretty much everybody. Um, that's, I guess, each Leo would have certain qualities that are stronger than others. But I was never
Yeah,
like
I
that.
agree. I agree with that. Um, Let me ask you, um, as a Leo man, in regards to how you interact with women, do you uh do you like to receive compliments from women for one? And do you feel like somewhere inside of you that is almost like you have a like you want that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like you
Um,
want to be praised?
I I I I like the compliments. They owe it for a Leo person, who they like the admiration. You know, it doesn't take a lot though. It doesn't mean like a constant thing, but certain Leos do like that adulation. So yeah, that does it does ring true.
Hmm. Yeah, I noticed that with Leo women because what I notice about Leo women is they typically come in like two
Hmm.
flavors. They
Yeah.
come in the materialistic, type of girl with she
Hmm.
always dressed to the T, and and
Right.
then you got the Leo that's more like she not ugly or nothing like that, but she more like a laid back, down to earth type of Leo.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I noticed that, and with Leo women and that particular dynamic, or those two different iterations of the sign.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you, besides having this kingly, regal, royal air about yourself, Your Majesty.
I gotta hear the trumpets. Remember the trumpets and the
Oh
grand
man,
hall.
you wow. I think a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
don't understand that Leo people are some of the loyalist people in the zodiac,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
they could be very committed to their friend.
Yeah, I have friendships over 30 years, easy,
Mm-hmm.
um, and keep in touch, even though we're not in the same state,
Mm-hmm.
keep in touch. But that's one of those things that if Leos have one thing that you can tell is the loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Friends and family, it's always like that.
Mm-hmm. You ever find that your friends and family have trouble keeping up with you being a Leo? Because
Yes,
I know I
yes.
get that being an Aries, because I'm super spontaneous.
Yeah.
I'll wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, about 9:15. I'm ready to go to the beach, and I didn't
Right.
even plan to do that.
Exactly. Exactly. And you'd probably be going with Leos because we'd be ready to go out the door too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
energetic, man. We like doing things. I like being active.
Mm-hmm. I would say that for Leos, that they need, in regards to their partner, they need somebody who is like as self-aware, as
Right.
regal as they are,
Right. Exactly.
even on an intellectual level, or they need somebody who's going to be able to match their intellect.
Right. Right.
Okay, I'm
That's a
just
big
want
draw.
yeah,
That's
I
a
just
big
want to
draw.
make sure I'm right so far.
No. You're good. That's definitely 100%.
Okay. I would ask you, how would you, Rick, because
Mm.
you are the expert here, how would you say it is one of the most effective ways, if there are ladies who listen to this on the playback, if they are interested in a Leo man, how would they go about attracting them?
Mm. Well,
Come on now, give them the secrets.
right, right. Well, that's like show the Achilles. So, um, I guess compliments, like you were saying before. Um, I think someone who's just as active or energetic as we are. Someone I kind of tend to like women that are athletic.
Mm,
Into doing things, being active and being able to, like, if we wanted to do anything like a hike or down, it's being energetic, being able to do certain things, bike rides, whatever.
she
So
need to be social.
social, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely, because as a Leo, you always are social when you're out, even when you're in gatherings, you're social
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. So yeah, she would have to be and probably not as much, because we kind of tend to hog the light there, but but
Mm-hmm.
I think someone who's social and can carry a conversation
Mm-hmm.
is important. um
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, other than that, and feminine, definitely
Mm-hmm.
feminine. I
Definitely,
that's a
fam.
big, to me, I think that's one of the bigger drawers, besides having a personality and being active, someone who's feminine, so I like that. A woman, it it can make the difference between a girl who's a 6 and is feminine. It makes her a 7.
Hmm.
It
Yeah, it
really.
works the same way with me. Um, I try to explain to guys, you know, while we all would like an attractive woman, what do we really mean by attractive?
Mm-hmm.
So, when we say these things, I try to encourage guys because I try to encourage myself, try to remind myself to do it as often as possible. You
Right.
you have to look at everything about a woman overall
Right.
before you can determine what her attractiveness is.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have, like you were saying, you can have a woman that's a 5 or a 6
Mm-hmm.
who's super feminine, not
Right.
overly feminine, but
Right.
super feminine,
Right.
and that knock her up a notch.
Right. Exactly.
So, that's why, and I'm not an expert, I'm still learning. This is
Right.
why I advocate, that we study words and shit like that. Um, Another thing that I found similar between Leos and Aries is in the area of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, what I have come to learn about myself is uh, epitomized by Leo men. And that's that when I get with a woman, you know what I'm saying? It's not out of um, any self-esteem problems or anything like that. It's not
Mm-hmm.
out of insecurity, but it's like I want to show how gallant I am and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna strut around a little bit with it. I might even show off a little bit,
Right. Right.
and that I could be quite comedic.
Right.
I could.
Right.
Females have said to me before, "Damn, you come off like a hero." I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And
Right.
also, I find it necessary, or at least I find myself always doing it, and that is I seem to have a desire or need, or maybe I just want to seduce the woman that I'm interested in. It's like I want to make this bitch melt into a puddle of joy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, would you say that what I just said
Very
is that
similar.
anything like Leo?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Mhm.
Passion and romance and seducing. Those are like big. I think that you hit it right on the head, man. To make a woman feel that way, it's not an easy thing, but through experience.
Well,
So.
I'm gonna speak for myself. Um, it has seemed to me because this has been my experience, and I keep trying to say it or explain this to guys. I haven't had a lot of problems with women
Mm-hmm.
from the time when I was a very very young boy.
Right.
Females have been attracted to me, and I didn't have to do anything except play my part once I picked up on it.
Right. Exactly.
You know, but women have not ever given me a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's not to say that I haven't gone through, the standard bullshit here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but typically I haven't had the same kind of issue,
Right.
and I would say that that's got a lot to do with the fact that when I do deal with women, what I'm saying, I get my Leo on, I'll romance the hell out of a
Oh
chick.
yeah.
She ain't got to be my girlfriend or nothing, but
Right.
I do it because I know that it's going to make her feel some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
And women like shit like that.
Exactly.
It's in the correct doses anyway.
Right.
But you did say that is similar,
Very similar.
or
And
or, or
because we do the romance thing,
mhm.
you know, wine and whatever else that we can think of, candles, whatever, but we romance the hell out of them.
Got that Prince Charming energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come here, Snow White, you bitch, you're late.
Yeah.
Why didn't you get your pumpkin washed before you came over here? I totally understand. And what I would say is that I think it's because as an Aries, I'm a sun sign, and
Mhm.
as a Leo, you're a sun sign.
Yeah.
That's the most obvious thing that we have in common. and whatever that whatever meaning that has is going to be the same for both of us.
Right.
Something else I would like to include before we get out of here, Rick, is that Leo there's a famous carving in Africa, in Egypt. It's called, people call it the Sphinx, but that's the incorrect name.
Right.
The correct name, it is two of them. The correct name, the correct name is Hor M Akhet or Hor Akti, which is Leo the lion looking at itself on the horizon or the horizon.
Wow.
And I keep trying to explain to people that this zodiac thing, the current iteration is new. It's only been around for the last 2,000 years.
Right.
But the history of the zodiac actually goes back almost 2,000 years before that. And if you are to go and look up what your zodiac sign would be according to the Africans who created it, you would find that even though it's a different symbol or figurine representing your sign, what you'll find is the information about that is the same about Leo. So, for example, I'm an Aries, and if you go into the African zodiac system, which is where this zodiac system comes from, what my sign would be Isis. But the same description of Aries is the same description of Isis for my date range. And I go and actually research into these things instead of just saying, "Oh, that's pseudo, it's fake, it's not real. We live on a flat Earth." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you find that is applies
Oh yeah. Yeah.
in
Definitely.
in your case?
Yeah. No. Definitely. It applies. It applies. Um, I'm sorry. I was looking at something. Yeah. Everything you were saying, it does apply to Leos also.
Yeah, and again, I would say that that's a large reason or a big reason why I've had successful relationships with Leo people. But do you have any closing thoughts, OG Rick, before we get out of here? Because I got to get me something to eat, man. This
No. No.
green
No.
tea is
I think.
not
I
it's
think
not getting rid of the hunger pains.
No, I think we hit it. We hit it on the head with a lot of the qualities and things that symbolize the Leo.
Mhm.
So I think it was very thorough.
Okay, okay. Well, again, I thank you for coming through, and you're always welcome. But of course, I don't really have to say that because you already know that.
Yeah, brother.
Um,
Thank you.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's my privilege and my pleasure to have you. I would like to thank everybody for catching the playback. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. I got two pages: the Incredible T.O.P and the Top Cast Instagram page. You can catch the Top Cast on Anchor Podcast or your favorite podcast outlet. If you haven't, subscribe to my YouTube channel, bring a friend, like, comment, and share the material. Once again, OG Rick, thanks for coming through.
Thank you,
And
Tom. Appreciate it.
also, thanks for validating a lot of the things that I have observed about Leos. And, you know, oh man. Okay. Well, I'm over there charging batteries for my helicopter.
It's ready.
I know that's right, but it's dark outside and hell is hot.
Mhm.
We'll catch all you folks again on the next episode. I appreciate it. Thanks again, OG Rick. We're going to take the folks out with another banging tune. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla.
United States in fear. London knows I'm a phantom. South Korea knows I'm here. Posted planet without exception. Rise to your feet for this gravity. Nas a Dilla beat. The fly soliloquy. It's a real nigga talking. This don't happen too often. Take precaution. Lies and frauds got you exhausted. You've been accosted. Who told you I lost it? I just put it down for a second. Damn, Kenny King lounge for a second, kick his hooves up, grow stubble on the face for once without a smooth cut, grow a little gut, can't even enjoy the fruit of my labor before they call me Luke and hand me my lifesaver. The rule is back. You can tell by the trumpets. Prince of Wales send me tea, biscuits, crumpets. Jury costs more than a car costs 200. Get out your chair. The season of Nasir. The season. This is the season. The season. J-Elect doesn't write it. Hov couldn't write it, he vacationed. Jungle the only brother I take shit from. Hassan give me lines, we talk all the time. So I guess if he inspired my song, it ain't mine. Let me make this clear. They fear the gifted. Some say Shakespeare never existed. Wow, now, look at the amount of resistance. Attempt to chisel my face from the mountain, you guessed it. Bitch, you guessed it. There, did I answer your questions? So now that's out the way, let's get back to my message. Now I'm 40 and a little change. Riding around, sport a new Benz, a little range. Having fun, my little man getting big. Here, my daughter down, when we talk, it's real. Nothing is watered down, young boy swag. I'm here today as well as the 90s. But the past, like my ass, is behind me. Ignite the Pyrex, try to bite this, get nasty nositis, arthritis when you try to write this. Ask why is the feds at my niggas? Why the feds at my niggas? I know by now I should be talking bread, cracking figures. But not stressing, I'm surviving. It's funny when I catch cops texting and driving. Who questions or penalizes them? One day we'll have they ass in court, and we'll be trying them. Hey yo, it's love for Detroit, Motown, Motor City, Dilla lives on, it's like he wrote it with me. The soulful sample complements my rhyme so well. Slacks by Zenya, a YSL, matching the St. Laurent, I'm fly as hell. Hands in the air, the season of Nasir. The season. This is the season. The season. Yeah. It's that time. Yeah. Dilla, rest in peace. What up, Detroit? Fly ladies, dope dealers and killers. Worldwide. NY. Yeah. Yeah. The season. Yeah. This is the season.